নাটক দেখলাম, খুব ভাল লাগলো। বিষয়বস্তু নাটকের খুবই সংবেদনশীল। মানুষ সবাই যারা এসেছেন সবাই এই বিষয়ের সাথে খুবই নিজেকে সম্পৃক্ত মনে করেছেন এবং নাটকটা উপভোগ করেছেন। বিষয় সম্পৃক্ততার জন্য আমি বলেছি যে স্ক্রিপ্টের মুনশিয়ানা আরেকটু ভালো হওয়া উচিত ছিল। কিছু কিছু সময় মনে হয়েছে যে মনোটোনাস শব্দটা ইউজ করা যায়। তারপরেও যে বিষয়টা এত বেশি পরিচিত মানুষের এবং দৈনন্দিন জীবনের সাথে জড়িত, সেটার কারণে কেউ বলবো কি সব দর্শক যারা এখানে এসেছিলেন খুবই একেবারে মন থেকে নাটকটিকে উপভোগ করেছেন। যার জন্য রচয়িতা, বিশেষ করে যিনি নির্দেশনা দিয়েছেন তার প্রতি এবং যিনি নাটকটা রচনা করেছেন আমার বন্ধুবর মুরাদ, তাদেরকে ধন্যবাদ।
It was actually a point that somebody else made in the audience in the Q&A, how they just mentioned that it's it's just relevant to today with everything going on with Brexit and so on, and sort of a little bit of civil unrest, and you know the play here today kind of is a huge reference to that, of course. That's what it's all orientated around. So it was interesting, and also somebody else in the audience said how it's important for young people to watch something like this, and I agree, it's really important because it really does get you thinking. And since having watched the play tonight, I've been talking a lot about it and the meanings and what is race and things like that. So yeah, it brings up a lot of questions. It's really important, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Really, really good. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you.
And how I read the book Brick Lane originally, and obviously a lot of it is true to that. I think they needed to bring out a little bit more about how the woman felt when she first came to this country and her isolation, because that came through in the book much stronger than it did here. She seemed quite integrated, and it was hard for her as a woman, and he didn't like her getting that job in the first place in the book. So, you know, women's rights and that need to come out just a bit stronger.
We actually really enjoyed that. The performance was very strong, and you can feel the emotions of every different scene. But yeah, it was really good. Well done to Murad Bhai and the team. Great performance.
Oh, hello. I'm known as John Ali. I used to visit Brick Lane a lot in the 70s, early 70s. I was in that march against the National Front, and after Wali got murdered, that was the last straw. The Bengalis dared to rise. So many from Scotland, Wales, Midlands. Yes, the play was good. I enjoyed it because it brings back a lot of memories, and I would like to see more of it.
I thought the play was really good. I think it's really important to bring events like this to theatre and connect to the youth especially, and as we saw that, it's very important. And I think with events like this, bringing it into theatre is so important. And I really liked it towards the end, how we had the whole march scene. I felt really connected to that, and I think I'm still taking it in as well, like just the whole impact of the event and how relevant it is still.
I think the themes within the show, within the performance, are very poignant and relevant for today. You know, it's really important that art and theatre and performance highlights things that are relevant for today, that are really kind of are relevant to our daily reality in terms of the rise of the far right. So, and the history of, in particular, struggle against racism from the Bangladeshi community is something that is lesser known. Not many people are even familiar with this. So I think it's a real big kind of education and a window into alternative narratives of how people have fought racism. So I think doing that through the arts is incredibly powerful.
Wow, I've just been watching Brick Lane 78 and really powerful performance, and I learnt a lot. I didn't know anything about this story before I came. I feel like it's really relevant in today's climate, and this is a really positive performance which will hopefully challenge people's views, educate people and get the message out that, you know, Britain has a very multicultural and multicoloured face, and we can all live together and work together for a more positive future.
Hi, I found this production very, very moving, very, very important. Having grown up during that time and as a young person, been interested in the music that would have been seen as skinhead, but having no connotations or personally to myself to any racist motives, and then realising how maybe I would have been viewed by members of other communities is quite shocking. It's really, really important that we get this message out there to young people and to communities now that we need to live together. We're all people, and that's the most important message coming from this. Thank you.